Hey Monica, thank you so much for your post. Just want to reply to a couple things that I had some thoughts on or some questions on. Um, so some things that you pointed out. Forgive me if I mis mistake your points, but that there's not, at least in your state, in the informed consent form that you read, that there was not enough in the form, negative tone in the consent form. Uh, that diagnosis is not discussed, and that you know that you felt in your case you might have questions about diagnosis and insurance if you were coming into it, someone reading an informed consent form and thinking about getting into a counseling relationship. Um, for the scholarly source that I kind of looked at, as I was thinking about our response to you, I found an article written by Bradley Cardinal, entitled "Readability of Written Informed Consent Forms Used in Exercise and Sports Psychology Research." So I know this is like, a sports psychologist, but I think that his empirical research and testing on the readability, how the importance of the readability of informed consent form, I think that it might be important for you to look at. And basically, what they're just saying is that they have, scientific proof that it's important for the informed consent form to be something that is in normal speech, normal understanding, and just kind of covers the bases. Um, and I just think that this is kind of important in your thoughts, that it's you felt like yours was primarily negative and didn't discuss a lot of the things that you might have questions about. And I think that just to get your foot in the door, it probably isn't the best thing to get into things about, like, such as like insurance, things about diagnosis, when you're just, this is the initial form. This is just explaining, the field, right? Like, I guess if you get into, um, if you wanted to play a sport, I mean, my mind always goes to sports. I grew up playing sports, but and you want to explain soccer to someone right off the bat, you don't go into the minute details of, each player's role, or you don't go into the minute details of like the full conditioning and the full in the entire big picture, or sorry, in all the minutia, but you talk about the big picture. You give the general layout. And I think that that's what, at least, again, I'd probably have to read the informed consent form in Florida, but the ones that I read, either in Virginia, and that I saw, I read another one actually in Texas to kind of get a broader understanding. But yeah, that they did kind of do that. That they gave the broad playing field, explained what the client to counselor relationship should be, what's allowed, and I think it is good that, maybe it comes off a little bit negative just on paper, but to make sure that the expectations of what comes out of this are real, and that some people don't get better in what they understand to be better at the moment. But yeah, that's just some thoughts that I had on it. But I really did appreciate your post, so thank you.